Hello, everybody. Welcome to Reaction Shots for October 2022. Ha 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 ha. Bwahaha, as they say. This is, despite some horribly sad shit happening in October, still one of my favorite months. The fall vibes, even in LA, the fall vibes reach us.
Yeah. October through December, you know, the holidays.
Yeah.
Bittersweet for me.
Difficult,
melancholic.
Yeah,
you know, like the best with a tinge of sadness.
Yeah,
you know? Which is like my favorite mood, actually.
The best with a peppering of the worst. Yeah. But yeah, we're here. We're just doing like a grab bag of just like whatever you want to talk about Halloween crap.
Halloween.
So yeah, I asked our patrons in the $7 and up tiers.
What if we just like...
Yeah, I mean, you'd be hella off mic. If you could do it while being... Let's see.
I feel like for that, though, we need like hot dogs or something,
Hot
too.
dogs?
Yeah, just like post it up.
So you gotta do like... You gotta put your feet up,
Yeah.
and then you gotta like pick your mic up and hold it.
Yeah.
For listeners, we
Greetings.
are reclining with our feet up on the desk.
It's kind of hurting my legs because I'm so like... what would it be? Unflexible? Inflexible? Or just like not flexible?
I guess inflexible.
Inflexible? Is that a word?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I believe so. Inflexible.
It's actually kind of cozy. I feel like we need a fireplace. That's what we need.
In the studio?
Oh, like right here?
Like a fake fireplace?
Or a real
We
one.
absolutely do not need a fireplace in this,
I mean for our
working
current-
studio environment.
I mean, for our current vibe right now.
Yeah.
Our vibe screams fireplace.
Yeah. It's funny that you're uncomfortable because I'm like immediately comfortable like
yeah.
this. I guess
Keep
it is.
it
It's like a meme that like gay people just sit all crazy. But
That's a meme?
yeah.
I remember growing up, everyone would like, you know, oh, you're not supposed to sit like this. You know?
Yeah, crossing your legs.
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
was the only thing I remember.
there are
as
a lot
child.
of America places a lot of stringent and foolish rules on masculinity. That
Yeah.
I was just thinking
Break
about
those
that.
down.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. How it's like, as a woman, you're so free to just feel and act however you want, and it's very freeing. And I wish that men could have that more.
Free.
Freeing. I mean, it comes with, you know, constant terror, so it's kind of a trade-off. Whoop, my phone.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, we got pretty off the rails immediately.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be this kind of episode.
Yes.
And I am here for it. This is the kind of vibes we want. But yeah, so patrons just kind of said stuff. We're just gonna respond to it. We're gonna talk about our Halloween faves, some Halloween stuff that we've been watching recently. I bought that box set of 20 plus folk horror Blu-rays, and it's amazing.
Nice.
That comes with the 3-hour folk horror documentary, which I saw in theaters.
Nice.
And was so good. I love folk horror. Watched a movie called Allison's Birthday. We'll get into it. It's so hot in here, and I don't know why. The air conditioning is on.
I don't know if this is like dripped.
Huber's
water.
got boob sweat.
Yeah, I don't know if this is sweat or like from the. It might be just perspiration.
I think
from
it's.
this.
I think it's condensation from the cup.
What's it? Condensation and perspiration. What's the difference there?
Perspiration is sweat, like human sweat.
Yeah.
Condensation is like gathering
Yes.
moisture on a. Yeah.
So it's like drink
surface.
sweat.
It's like drink sweat.
Okay.
But condensation can be on, you know, windows or...
Can I have condensation?
I don't believe so. Well...
Because this drink is
condensation-
perspiring.
Like, if you fell asleep, you were camping, say, and you fell asleep outside of your tent,
Yeah.
and the morning dew was on your skin,
Yeah.
you would have condensation.
There it is. Okay. So it can happen.
Yeah, it can happen.
Okay.
It can happen. Drink sweat. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, so I imagine that our What Have You Seen Lately will partially overlap with our main topic. So if you've seen something that's not Halloween vibes. Let's start there.
Not Halloween vibes.
And then we'll go into Halloween vibes
Okay.
because
What if
several
it's
of
on the
mine are
border?
Halloween vibes. Put it second.
Because I really want to talk about one thing that's like new, but it's like semi-horror, but not really.
Put it second
Okay.
because we'll talk about RRR first.
Yeah.
So chat, we watched RRR,
Yes.
which is, let me see if I get this right, a Tollywood movie
Yeah.
from India.
Historical fiction. We
Apparently,
learned. We learned,
yes.
yes.
Maybe the best movie ever made. Like, maybe the best movie.
Fucking amazing.
Maybe the best movie.
Unbelievably amazing. Just whenever.
We won't spoil you.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers.
We'll just try to talk because kind of the less you know, the better about
Yeah.
RRR. Like the joy of it is just like every 5 seconds being like, what?
Yeah.
But we did an audio commentary. If you've seen it before or wish to watch it with our audio,
Yeah.
2 of the mics weren't working because mommy is tired and does everything by herself. And she didn't notice that 2 of the mics were muted.
Yeah.
But one of them's Huber, so
Yeah,
that's
one of
fine.
them's-
You're
it's
loud.
perfect. And
The
it's
other
good
one's
because I
Gabby. You
was
can hear her.
the whole time I was actually self-conscious because I was doing.
Oh yeah, there'll be some mic breathing, whatever.
I was breathing heavily, so it's good that I was muted actually.
Yeah, we were wearing the esports headphone mics.
Yeah. So something I feel like that doesn't get talked about enough with movie and video game criticism
The commentary's on our Patreon, by the way. Yeah, keep going. Sorry,
is
it's free. It's public.
your mood.
My
And
mood. Oh, one's mood.
yeah, one's mood and
Yeah.
one's just like the indescribable feeling of like
I will.
you're watching this movie and you just feel
Yeah.
the passion
Yeah.
and you feel the good vibes
Yeah.
coming from the filmmakers, the actors and actresses, like all of it.
Yeah.
And RRR gave me that feeling.
Yes,
Isla. This
yes,
feeling
yes.
of like, we have a fucking vision and we are so into this, like, and just the chemistry of everyone.
Yeah.
I was blown away by this movie.
Yeah, I intentionally didn't know what to expect. I just heard, RRR, it's crazy, whatever, it's epic. It's 3+ hours long, 3 hours, 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all I knew. I knew one little thing, but it was like so abstract that I was like, what?
I knew some animals were involved. That was
Yeah.
the only thing I knew.
Yeah, well, and the movie starts with, it's very funny because it starts with a lengthy list, a very specific list of different animals that were not injured in the movie. It like says like no tigers, no wolves, no snakes, no whatever were hurt in this movie. And I was like, you could just say no animals.
Yeah.
Then it becomes like a spot the animal by the
But even that, setting the tone there,
Setting the
leaning
tone.
into
Setting the
this,
yeah,
just the wholesome vibes.
and giving you just not enough time to read anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I struggle to talk about it without getting specific, and I don't want to get specific because I don't want to ruin people's experience. But please watch RRR. It is
Yeah.
very worth it. The pacing is incredible. 3 hours fly by.
Flies by. Really, really
loved
good leads.
Oh my
Two
god,
main leads in this movie,
my God.
and they are phenomenal.
they're so good.
yeah.
Like 2 archetypes, but like also something I really appreciate about it is just like I love a good male friendship, like a
Yup.
well-represented male friendship.
And I love
Durin
all
and
friendships.
Elrond vibes, dude. We'll get into that in a second. But like, yeah, I don't know. RRR, man, it's amazing.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
It's on Netflix in the U.S. It's a
Yeah.
the Hindi dub. I don't know why.
Some political reasons, Gabby was saying.
Apparently, there's some politics.
yeah.
We don't know anything about that.
I was looking into the production too, and there's like so many distribution deals that the movie went through. I mean, there were
insane.
like,
I mean, there's like literally 6 minutes of logos at the beginning of this movie.
yeah. So there's a lot of that going
Yeah,
on. But
yeah.
It's on Netflix,
Who's
which
to
is
say?
the easiest possible way to watch anything in 2022. I feel like no, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
You can't get easier than that.
Yeah. You get a VPN, expressvpn.com/allies or easy allies. What was our code? I don't remember. Yeah, anyway, RRR. So good.
So good, so fucking good.
Okay. What else?
Okay, one of my favorite movies is now a TV show.
Should we? I just had a thought. Sorry, I just had a thought for the show.
Yeah.
For the what have we seen lately? Instead of doing one person, does that work better, or should we like bounce back and forth?
Whichever you're feeling. What are you feeling that now? The bounce back?
I don't know. Well, because I figured we're both gonna. Never mind. Just keep going.
Okay. Whenever you want to
Let
talk
us
about.
know which one do you think would work better. I don't know.
I like the bounce back.
Well, you go anyway.
Okay.
I interrupted you.
Interview with the Vampire. Oh,
is it good?
Yes. strong. Yes.
Okay.
Holy shit. This is one of my new favorite shows already. There've
Wow.
only been 3 episodes. We are just getting started, okay?
Is this the way they count 3 in Inglourious Bastards that gets them killed? Thumb, index, middle, or is it?
I forget.
Is it? We count the. I think
been like
the Germans
4
must be
years.
pinky, ring, middle.
Yeah.
Because that's what gets them all.
It's been like 4 years since I've seen
Yeah.
Inglourious.
Anyway, sorry. Interview with the Vampire. Interview with the Vampire.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is so freaking good. Start the hype train now. Like, watch the first episode. It'll blow you away.
What's it on? It's on some kind of
Male
weird ass.
friendship vibes.
Well, this is my question
Yeah.
because the movie,
Yes.
you know, I rewatched it like last year. I started it or something and then
Yeah.
fell asleep or something.
Yeah.
But much gayer than I recalled as a kid. Because, you know, I loved this movie as a kid. But it's like they couldn't go there. But it's like so clearly that, you know, but they just couldn't go all the way.
The show has been updated. It's so good.
Okay, good.
So,
Okay, that was my question,
Yes.
basically.
So, Brad Pitt's character now is played by lead Game of Thrones Unsullied guy.
Oh, yeah. Wormtail?
Wormtongue, whatever.
Wormtongue is Lord of the Rings. Wormtail, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him.
He's Brad Pitt's character, and then Tom Cruise's character is this other guy. They are phenomenal. Like, their chemistry off the charts. So freaking good.
Yeah.
Another huge change, but like, you don't even really feel it because they get the vibe of the time period so perfectly. The original and the book and stuff is in like the end of the 1700s.
Okay, yeah.
This picks up in 1910.
Oh, okay, wow.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
So you get the New Orleans like gothic horror vibe, but it's like 1910.
When's Edwardian? That's like 1890, and then Victorian is after that, I think. So yeah, it's after that even maybe. Or
I think
1910
Victorians
might
is
be
before-
Victorian. Edwardian is before Victorian, I
Okay.
believe.
Anyway,
I believe.
it is. Yeah, Jacob Anderson,
Anderson.
Grey Worm.
Thank you, live
they're
chat.
so good. And then the main villain from Under Siege 2 Dark Territory is the I'll never forget that face of that actor.
Yeah.
Is the Christian Slater character.
Yeah.
Because he's
the
doing
interviewer.
the interview. The interviewer.
Yeah. Okay. So they're still using the obviously you
Yeah.
have to. So is it just a reboot or is it like picking up from the movie
So
or
it's
is
it's a full
Full-on
new
new-
adaptation of the
okay,
book.
okay.
Yeah, based on the book.
So is the Kirsten Dunst character still in it?
She's about to be.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I remember as a little kid relating to like the tragedy of her character.
So I'm a little worried. The only thing that but they nailed it so well so far with like the 1910 timeline and
Yeah.
all this other stuff. They aged her up a smidge. So I think instead of like 12, she might be like 15 or 16, which is like a big deal.
That's a big deal.
It is. But
you do a lot of aging in that 5-year period.
I know.
Or
So
3-year, whatever.
So I'm a little like, how are they gonna do this? But like, the show has freaking nailed everything else so far.
Yeah.
That like, I have faith. I have confidence. And it's incredible. I mean, it's fun to look at. The lead characters are so good. The story is just so rich. Like, I watched the first 2 episodes and it was legit like I watched an entire season.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much detail and depth in the characters. And
It's on like what, AMC Plus?
AMC, yeah.
Crazy ass thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, I guess for a TV show, her character would be especially difficult because like
5 seasons.
if you're
4
gonna have more seasons,
yeah.
like this kid who you cast at age appropriate is gonna like age like she's gonna look like an adult in 2 years. So it's like
yeah.
I guess maybe that's why they would do it.
That is such a good point. Yeah, because if you
But it's such a fragile. It's like I feel nervous even talking about that character because it's so like fraught and weird.
I know. Yeah. And the show has like hyped it up too, like where it's like, okay, they know they're like, this is a revered part of this tale.
Yeah.
And like they clearly know it. They like the last episode they were like hyping it. So it's like, okay.
Was that Kirsten Dunst's first role?
I think it was her breakout. Yeah, I don't know if it was her first.
I feel like it wasn't her exact first, but maybe it was her breakout.
Yeah. So really, really good. I highly recommend it. It is not like I'm worried it's just gonna fly under the radar. There's too much stuff, and it's on like AMC.
Yeah,
and it's phenomenal. It's fucking phenomenal. I cannot stress enough. It's like top of my list.
And
right
AMC is like R-rated.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
There's been nudity. There's been
Jesus. There's nudity in it?
Yeah, it's been nudity.
I didn't know AMC could do nudity, or is it AMC Plus only?
Yeah, I think it's both. AMC and AMC. If you do Plus, you get shit like a week early. Is their thing?
Oh,
yeah. But I mean, even Walking Dead now drops some F-bombs. Like,
well, yeah. I mean,
regular
it's just a slow march of progress. Like,
yeah. And even Walking Dead is like so graphic. So,
yeah. Well, violence in America has always been fine. It's nudity.
But they showed some nudity.
Wow.
And like, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
There's some good nudity in there. Yeah.
In the Interview with the Vampire?
Yeah, they're not shying away from like anything. That's all I'm gonna say about that. With characters, you know, they're okay with showing two characters doing deeds.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I remember the only nudity I can recall from Interview with the Vampire is when Kirsten Dunst's character sees the woman changing and is just like then like gets really upset that she'll never like grow up because she's like 100 years old at that point or whatever, like 40 years old or something. She's like, I'll never be a woman.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, I remember resonating with that.
I wonder, like, because they skipped over so much time. You know, it's maybe like they didn't want to like have to do the Old West and stuff.
Sure.
I feel like, you know, you do the 1910s and you can do like mafia, like 20s, 30s.
I guess.
So, yeah, cool shit.
Say?
Good shit.
Okay,
good
it was Kirsten Dunst's 5th film role, I guess.
So good.
Live chat, you are great for this fact-finding stuff. I love that. We've got live chat going now behind the scenes on our Patreon, $20 and up. Pretty cool tier. Basically, anytime I'm in the studio and we're not talking about embargoed stuff, there'll be a behind the scenes.
There it is.
So the main podcast, this, Fast and Loose, maybe sometime. I don't know if Fast and Loose does. Frame Trap when there's not embargoes. Check it out. Patreon.com/easyallies.
Those pesky embargoes.
While we're doing this kind of stuff, go ahead and like the video on YouTube. It really helps.
Smash it.
Subscribe to the channel.
Smash that like button.
Rate us positively on your podcasting thing of choice if you're listening to this. It helps the show.
I want to watch Interview with the Vampire right now.
You're selling me on it.
You would like it. You'll like it. I know it.
Yeah.
I know you.
I don't have AMC.
I know.
Unless it's like folded into HBO or something. That stuff seems to happen, but
I know AMC has a really good deal with Netflix, but you have to wait for the season to end. All their shit goes there when it's over.
Yeah.
But that's going to be in a minute.
Yeah, because Walking Dead's on Netflix.
Yeah, but not like the new, everything except the
Yeah,
so.
Whatever.
But it's so good.
Just give me your login.
Yeah. Well, I go through on like Amazon, but you just go on the Amazon, watch the
is it through Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. Sweet. Let's just talk about Rings of Power real quick. I love Rings of Power.
I love Rings of Power.
And everyone who doesn't like it, I don't know. You got to be in your bonnet. Get that bee out of your bonnet. It's a fun show, and I really love it.
With
I don't know.
You know,
like sure, maybe it's a little different for the books.
Yeah, I get. Nothing gets me riled up more than Resident Evil 3 remake hate.
Yeah.
Because they compare it to the original, you know? But like
they're different. They're different.
If you analyze it on its own, it's a freaking incredible game, you know?
Yeah.
But we get so hung up on how it was and how it should be, you know? Rings of Power falling into that category of like people are upset, changing some shit, creative liberties. But I don't give a shit. I think it's fucking amazing.
It reminds me of like...
Sorry. How boring would it be if every adaptation was exactly
Right.
the same.
Right.
We're gonna copy the book word for word exactly as it always was and is. Yay!
And,
like no.
People do that sometimes, and it's either a astonishing failure or pretty good. Yeah, like pretty good.
Yeah,
Sometimes
and,
it
like-
actually works out, but like,
Yeah, and we had Lord of the Rings already. The movies, like.
but like that's the thing I was gonna say, Hubie, because I remember like Blood, who hasn't seen it yet. He just said it feels like fan fiction to me because it's like appendices stuff, like
Yeah.
whatever. Basically, I think mainly because of like all the
Yeah.
legal dealings, like behind the scenes, whatever.
The Odyssey of Recollection.
But it's what?
Keep going.
Let's unpack that in a minute. That sounds fascinating to me, but maybe it's what I'm about to talk about.
Interview with the Vampire.
But it's like,
Talking
but
about
it's
like how you remember things.
oh yeah. But like that's the funny thing to me. It's like, why draw the line that like then the Lord of the Rings movies are also fan fiction?
yeah, because
Then like the Bakshi like animation is a fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like why draw the line?
And it's like I already played the fucking Lord of the Rings games, and they are like insane
yeah.
fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like Shelob
Yeah.
is a person, just like hello.
yeah, it's just like that's pretty different.
Yeah, it's like okay, we've been there. Like
It's like why draw the line?
Yeah.
It's like people who like believe technology is bad, but then they use like a wheel or a wheelbarrow or a car. It's like where do you draw when does technology start being evil?
yeah,
Because the wheel is technology.
yeah,
You know, fire is a house is technology. Like
yeah,
where do you draw the line?
Totally.
And why? It's
Totally.
arbitrary. Is it arbitrary? Like I don't know.
yeah,
Why is this fan fiction and other adaptations are not?
yeah.
Bite my ass.
Bite my ass. It's so good.
I don't know, but I love
Because
it.
through it all, it bums me out, and it just like I just get confused by it, by that like limitation, you know, of people just condemning it
Yeah.
based on what it was. And so I'm sitting here just thinking like, love this character,
Yeah.
love these characters,
Yeah.
love this lore,
Yeah.
love this place.
Yeah.
Like, what more do you want?
I mean, the locations, Hubert. Like,
I will say
the fact
though,
that they're shooting in locations,
I
I'm
know.
so over the like volume,
budget. Oh, the
Disney COVID vibes. Like,
Yeah.
everything's just on a sound stage. Started watching Andor last night. Actually, kind of into it.
fucking love Andor.
Kinda into
oh
it.
my god, I
I am
love
like
Andor.
I am like so done with Star Wars,
Oh,
and I was
me
like,
too.
this is Star Wars I actually enjoy. Like it's about
Andor,
like
Game of
adult
Thrones
stuff.
It's all amazing right now. It blows me
I
away.
haven't started Dragon. Whatever.
You'll love it. It's just like Andor. All of a sudden, it goes hard into what you want of just like deep drama, characters first, drama, not messing around with anything else. Like
Yeah, that is
getting
that is
into
pretty
it.
Good.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. What?
No, that was it.
No, what were you gonna say?
What was I going to say?
Something.
Something about just Lord of the Rings, like everything being awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that was I going to say. Except the Harfoots, the Halffoot.
They're building up to something.
St-
The Harfoots are building up.
But
to
I
something.
would say no matter
the pacing
where,
does tank a little bit.
no matter where you
I
fall,
love Nori though,
and her friend is cool.
Yeah.
Wherever you
Poppy.
fall on
and the stranger.
wherever you fall on the like your score of Rings of Power, like a 10, a 9, a 8, whatever, it automatically goes down 1 full point because of the Harfoots.
I don't know.
So if
I
like
agree.
it's an
I
8
don't-
for me, it's like bring it down to a 7.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm like pretty checked out of that storyline.
I mean, I don't mind the Harfoots. It's definitely like taking a minute to go somewhere.
Yeah.
The thing that happened in the most recent episode was tight as hell,
That was tight.
and I'm very curious about who those people are.
Yeah, but I like didn't have any feelings. And
oh, I like
that-
Nori a lot.
But like when a thing happened and like, you know, audience, you should feel emotions maybe, and it's like
I don't fall for that shit.
Yeah, it's like
When people are trying to make me feel things, I say no.
yeah.
No. Only RRR makes me feel things.
Usually I'm a sucker for all that shit. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really feel what I'm maybe supposed to be.
I mean,
feeling
it's
here.
classic Lord of the Rings though. Like you got to have your hobbits or whatever, and you got
Yeah.
to have the Hobbit storyline take for fucking ever to start going.
Yeah.
like that's
Next
just how it
season.
is. Yeah. They're setting up
This
like
is a prologue.
the Harfoot stuff is going to be like the linchpin of the whole damn thing, like season 3.
totally is.
Like you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's great.
yeah. Anyway, and Gladriel rules. She's great. Bronwyn is awesome. Sexy Elf, who's Bronwyn's like friend, is awesome. Everybody's awesome.
Halbrand,
Halbrand.
fucking sick. Good bonds.
The bad guy's great. Love him.
Bad guy's great.
It's great.
Bad guy.
Shut up. Everyone
Good action.
shut up. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's sick.
If you don't like it, that's fine.
And it's a great, society always has to pit everything
Societal
against each other.
pressures.
Everything has to be pitted against each other.
I think of the ever wise words of the wonderful Omar de Armas.
Yeah.
People are thirsty to hate.
People are thirsty to hate.
Yeah.
People are thirsty to tear shit down
Yeah.
for clout.
This is the world we live in now. The internet has destroyed the human psyche, and we weren't built to handle it.
Really great. It's just been like, I meme how this is the best year for TV of all time.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the last month has been the pinnacle of that. I feel like the last month I have watched more 10 out of 10s
been great.
at one moment, any given moment, than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah.
I love the balance of House of the Dragon and Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Because Rings of Power, a little more adventure, we're on a mission. Horses, and yeah, a little more action.
Mountains.
Yeah, adventure and stuff. And then, deep fantasy, but then like House of the Dragon, like deep, dark, adult,
Political
intrigue, like family drama. That's it. It's a family drama.
Yeah.
So it's nice to go into each of those fantasy worlds that I love, Even Game of Thrones. It's still love.
I mean,
it's still
I'm just so burned.
Yeah.
My cooldown on Game of Thrones is
know.
not up yet because I got so burned by season 8, dude.
dude, this is like what is the defibrillator? Yeah, House of the Dragon is like oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back all in.
We got to sell my girlfriend because like she's all out on it. Sophia doesn't want anything to do with Game of Thrones right now.
It's so good.
The next ones I wanted to talk about are Halloweeny, so we're kind of getting into the topic. Do you have any other things you watched recently?
I think I got some Halloweenies, and I think that's...
All right, well, let's
There's
talk
like
about...
too many shows. I'm watching the, really quickly, The Patient with Steve Carell.
How is it? Because I saw the trailer, and I was like, that's kind of how I felt. I was like, it's one of those premises
Yeah.
that's a hard sell because he captures him and chains him up or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's in the trailer. And so I'm like, you're waiting for it.
You have to go through all the bullshit
right,
He tries
exactly.
to escape.
Right.
He here's some
Right,
shit. And
right,
you
right.
go through all of that. It's finally past all that into like what I hope is unpredictability.
Yeah.
Because it's from the creators of The Americans. This is
Right.
the follow-up.
Right.
So I'm like, oh shit.
How long did it take to get past all that? Because like to me,
Too long. Too long.
Too
It's
long.
30-minute episodes,
Well,
which is nice.
that's a plus.
So they go quick.
To me, it's like an origin story, like of a superhero. It's just like I'm done, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't do that anymore.
Truly,
old gruff man. It's like we know you're gonna do it. Just spare me.
Truly, the first 5 episodes are that. Honestly,
Ugh,
I'm on
that's
my
a
phone.
skip. That's a skip for me.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. I wouldn't recommend it just yet.
Okay.
So I'm
Hopefully
gonna finish season 1.
Yeah.
Steve Carell and the creators are Jewish, so there's like a big Jewish subplot that is really interesting, but they haven't like they've been like showing it and like teasing it, and it has been a plot point, but they haven't like gone in on it yet.
Yeah.
But the next,
I like Domhnall Gleeson too.
yeah, I think the next episode will like really get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Well,
called
let us know.
Ezra. The next episode is called Ezra.
Well, yeah, that okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
Some undertones there.
Yeah.
We'll have a patient update next month, and we'll see how
Yeah.
you feel about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was pretty much
Horses and mountains.
it. Jesus.
Okay, that is sweat. Probably.
Yeah, I'm sweating here.
You're condensating.
Yeah.
Condensating.
Jesus.
Let's talk about Werewolf by Night.
This
My
is
God!
what I mean. This is
surprise of the month. I just
holy fuck.
Google TV just like had it on the little homepage, and I was like, "What the hell is this? Some old thing?" And I'm like, "Oh, came out today.
Incredible.
55 minutes special, Marvel special on Disney Plus. 55 minutes. Gabriel Garcia Bernal, right? And I don't know the female lead's name.
She was in The Fall, I remember. That's
The show or the movie?
The show.
I like that show.
Love that
I saw season 1. I never kept going.
Oh,
I love that show.
Insane show.
Jamie Dornan, is he the
Yeah.
man in that?
Yeah.
Gillian Anderson?
Yeah. I know she was in that for a little bit.
I thought she's like the main. Oh no, this woman.
This, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm like
Blood-
Gillian
yeah,
Anderson is like the
Bloodstone.
main girl.
Yeah. Other than Black Widow, this is easily my favorite thing
I
in all of
loved it.
Phase 4. I'm not
I
even
loved
kidding.
it.
Yeah, I'm ready
Yeah.
to say it right now. I went from living, breathing, condensating the MCU
Yeah.
to like, it's a chore. Honestly, it's felt like a chore and going through the motions the last bunch of movie.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone is just like so caught up.
No
in
spoilers. We're not going to get into spoilers.
No spoilers, but everyone
It's
is
55
so,
minutes. Just watch it.
I'll need to rewatch them again to like really give you a hard opinion on it. But everyone is just so caught up in the bright lights of cameos
Yeah.
that like now that time has gone by, like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, they're fine.
They're fine.
They were fine. Everyone's like,
No Way Home,
the best
I liked.
ever.
No Way Home I liked much more than Doctor Strange 2.
Same, but like
I like No Way Home a lot.
the era of like straight up thesis, the multiverse fucking sucks. I hate it. I fucking hate the multiverse.
It's very dangerous because I think, like, I love multiverses and parallel universes in concept.
Yeah.
But the trap
Yeah.
of a multiverse is eliminating all stakes because the answer is always just, if you have access to another multiverse, just go to the one where the thing you want is happening.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, like, did that, like, back when that show was okay.
Like
they just Cronenberg an entire reality and leave.
And you realize that like all the behind the scenes who's like making this shit is like this person worked on Rick and Morty, this person over here worked on Rick and Morty. Like
Yeah.
Marvel legit just poached the entire Rick and Morty team, and then now that's what we're getting.
What
It's like
I am hopeful but trepidatious about The Peripheral,
yeah.
the upcoming show on Amazon Prime, I believe, based on the book by William Gibson, one of my favorite of his books.
Yeah.
The granddaddy, the progenitor of cyberpunk as a concept. Jesus Christ. Did that spill? All right. There's an extension cord down there. He dropped his drink on the ground
Violently.
violently. But show ran by the people who made the Westworld.
Ugh.
So like Peripheral is amazing and like a cooler version, I think, of multiverses. Kind of, it's more time travel-y, but I don't want to spoil too much because it's really good. But I don't think them saying from the creators of Westworld is the flex they think it is. I've seen all of Westworld for some reason. I think
Yeah.
because I just like the way it's color graded and I like the outfits.
Beautiful. It
But,
really
like,
does.
Westworld is just the same shit over and over and over again, but they think that every time they do like you've been in this time loop for 20 years, blah, blah. Like every time they do that reveal, they think you're going to like poop your pants. And it's just like, no. I don't care.
yeah.
The first time was kind of cool,
Yeah.
but it took too long about even that one.
Yeah.
Please just stop. Please just get to something, because every season is just like a reset of the same thing, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, I fucking hate the multiverse. That's why I love like the Nolan trilogy so much. Like anytime, like Batman's my favorite thing of all time, basically.
Yeah.
Like Batman, Resident Evil, were right there.
Did you hear what Alan Moore said?
No.
I think it was Alan Moore. He said like adults who are obsessed with superheroes can lead to fascism. And I've only seen the headlines, so like I've only
was it
seen
recently,
that.
or like
it
you
was
said
like
in the 80s or something?
no, like I saw like 4 different headlines about it like this week.
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
like, I didn't read it because I'm
Shit.
like, whatever, leave me alone. But like,
But I anytime
kind of big thing to say, but like,
Yeah,
is he
Alan
wrong?
Moore
I don't know. Who
yeah.
knows?
Watchmen vibes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, anytime even Superman shows up in a Batman story, I'm just like less invested.
Oh yeah.
So like,
Superman's too strong.
I love that Nolan trilogy for like even Tim Burton just being like
Yeah.
its own thing. Like
Still sad
Any-
about Heath Ledger dying.
Yeah.
Like,
anytime things just get too
Would've
big,
been amazing.
it just loses it. Like Fellowship of the Ring versus Two Towers and Return of the King. Like I love small scale, intimate bonds. The bigger you get, to me, the less stakes there are.
yeah. Well, and I mean, like that's the human brain, right? Like we're only allowed to, what is it, the Dunbar number or whatever? Like our brain is only capable of empathizing with like a certain number of people. And like, so that's why it's more tragic. It like you can feel a tragedy more. I mean, obviously when it's closer to you, you feel it more, but like
Yeah.
you can comprehend
One person dying.
you can
versus
comprehend like an accident or a violent episode that kills or injures 30 people
Yeah.
versus like, you know, a tsunami that kills
Yeah.
1,000. Your brain
human
can't
brain.
like
fuck.
You know,
That
it's
is
like
crazy.
difficult to differentiate and empathize with that scale of thing, which is part of why I think the internet is destroying us, because we're not like physically capable of comprehending this much, like empathizing.
Need to
this
upgrade
much.
our
So we're like burning out on
computers.
empathy. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to. Posthumanism
Need
needs
a
to happen.
firmware upgrade.
Yeah, we do. We need a wetware upgrade. Anyway, watch The Peripheral when that comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, I don't know. The multiverse, like, it's the concept of it is very cool to me, and I've always been fascinated with the idea of jumping through universes.
Yeah.
But I think, like you were saying, the trick is like the pitfall of like Doctor Strange or whatever, where it's like this entire reality is at stake.
Yeah.
You don't feel that
You
because
don't
it's too
care.
big.
Yeah, it doesn't
you
matter.
can't care.
Yeah.
Where it's like it has to be like my 3 friends are gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, and also the universe. But like the
Yeah.
universe where my 3 friends are. That's like the Tick, how he said it, like in the old cartoon or whatever. When the Earth is going to be destroyed, or maybe it's Invader Zim. I think it's the Tick. When the Earth is going to be destroyed, maybe it's the live action show. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But the Earth is going to be destroyed, and he goes, "Not the Earth. That's where I keep all my stuff."
Nice.
Anyhow, yes. I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
We're
But
gonna see.
Werewolf by Night,
Werewolf by Night, fucking incredible.
small scale,
10 out of 10.
perfect
I'm
scale,
not even kidding. A 10 out of
intimate
10.
vibes. Yeah, perfect. And like
it's one of my
black
favorites.
and white.
Love the black and white.
They have like the cigarette burns, like
Yep.
I'm sure are fake, but like into the film, so you know when to switch the reel over. It's just like the vibes of the whole thing, like old horror.
Old horror. The
lighting is
Bloodstone
pretty
being
great.
red.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck.
The lighting was like pretty good. I think they could have backlit a little more, maybe, but like maybe upped the contrast of the lighting on set a little better. But
Yeah.
like, I really loved it.
One of my favorite scenarios of all time.
Oh yeah,
Fucking like hunters gathering
Yeah.
from around the world to do some game of death for some shit. You know?
Yeah.
Love that shit.
incredible.
Yeah.
Also, like the right amount of whimsy.
Yeah.
Like the right amount of like joviality and weird funny vibes without being like super jokey.
So that is why I think House of the Dragon is hitting so hard and good right now, is because there's no fucking around. Like the phase 4 of the MCU to me is just a big goddamn joke. It's just one big. They're
I
so
saw I read-
flippant. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Hey, fighting to my death. Ha ha ha. Cool.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like you're not scared. You don't care. I'm not scared.
That's why I like Black Widow, because everyone
Yeah.
was like kind of
Exactly. That's
hurt
why
to the
Black
whole movie.
Widow is my favorite.
injured the whole time.
Yes, that's why Black Widow, and now Werewolf by Night. It was
Yeah.
serious,
Yeah,
just
but cozy.
cozy.
Yeah,
Just a little bit of whimsy, but like they weren't quipping after every little thing.
yeah. I saw someone online say that this is the anime filler arc of the MCU, and it's like I can't
Phase 4, or
Yeah. I can't unhear it.
100%.
Also, it really, really hurts the MCU that we know the roadmap for
Yep.
like 8 years.
Yeah,
Like the fact that we
does.
know things are called Quantumania and like
Yep.
Kang, blah blah blah. And
we
it's
know
just like,
this
dude,
villain is going to show up here in 3 years.
Yeah.
We know
who's
this
playing
character.
them. We know we're waiting for this.
Yeah.
We're waiting for that.
We're waiting for
yeah.
Hugh Jackman to
Yeah.
suit up again.
Yeah.
Like
It's just like stop telling us things.
gone are the days of surprises, because
Yeah.
they just want to dominate social media. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because that conversation keeps going, and like again, that trickles down to my enjoyment, you know, when you see them just like continually do that. They don't care about the surprises anymore.
Yeah.
You know, don't spoil the end game. Those days are fucking gone.
I
Like,
honestly think I loved those like posters. where it's just
God.
like shh.
yeah.
I honestly think COVID has more to do with that than we maybe think, because it delayed production. So there's going to be too big of a hype gap
yeah.
for the MCU, right? So they had to fill it with announcements
Yeah.
to keep people talking about it. And like
Good point.
I think
Probably.
it's-
And then it
it's
kind of
gonna
snowballed.
hurt.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like production shifts are making things feel a little like closed room, you know? So it's like we're going to be seeing the ripples of COVID for years.
And like even She-Hulk, which I really like.
Haven't watched it yet.
I like it. But like, hey, this person's gonna show up next week. It's like, why
Yeah.
are you?
Why tell me that?
God, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Hellraiser. Watch Werewolf by Night. Let's talk about the new Hellraiser.
It's fucking sick. Yo, I really
loved it.
I really like lead character's brother, that actor.
Yeah.
He was the best part of the controversial 13 Reasons Why.
Sophia immediately was like, 13 Reasons Why guy.
He's so good in that show.
I heard they'd really dick him over in the dumbest way.
Yeah. That show went off so fucking real.
Oh, yeah.
So hard.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Wow, Hellraiser. Yes.
Hellraiser, dude.
Slow pace. I love the slow pace seriousness, you know?
It it might be again, no spoilers, but it might be one of my favorite in the series. Also, I love a reboot.
I rewatched the original too.
Yeah.
For context, yeah.
I have a pretty good memory of the original. I've seen it enough times.
Yeah.
But like I love a reboot like this.
Yeah.
Where it feels both like a reboot and a continuation of the continuity.
Totally.
Like, because the Lament configuration stuff, the way they like evolve that lore is very cool.
Yeah.
Leviathan configuration is from 2.
Sick.
Like, so it's like that stuff is all in there, kind of, but like they've just evolved it, and like the way it becomes, I don't know. Because my problem with Hellraiser has always been, because good horror, I feel like it's kind of chintzy, but it's like you want people to deserve it or to like know what they're getting into if they're getting punished, right?
Yeah.
So it's like Hellraiser has a murky track record with that being the case, where it's like, yeah, sometimes they're like sadistic freaks who are seeking things out, like especially the one where it's that stupid ass detective where it's like, this guy fucking sucks. Like, yes, please destroy him, but like sometimes it's like, this girl just found a box and like touched it, and now you're all like destroying everything she's ever loved, and it's just like, okay, that seems a bit extreme.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side of that, it's
Same
like,
with that guy in the beginning. It was like, yo, this guy's just like my.
Well, but he was kind of he kind of looked he kind of looked for it, but like, because that's something. It's like if you're looking for the experiences on the further reaches of sensation, sure, like you went into this, you probably didn't know the full extent of it, and like that's kind of the twist, is like the reward is never worth the, it's always a monkey's paw kind of a thing. But like,
that's sick.
I don't know. I like Hellraiser a lot.
Yeah,
and like, it's always been kind of there's like 3 good ones, but like
I've seen the original trilogy, but I haven't seen 2 and 3 in like 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute. In fact, I don't recall if 2 or 3 is the good one, because one of them's bad.
I think 2 is like pretty decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the girl from the first one is in, I can't remember if she skips 2 and is in 3, whatever. Yeah, my memory gets pretty spotty after the first one.
Yeah.
I remember the first one, and for some reason the stupid detective one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yo, Jamie Clayton's voice.
Jamie Clayton, dude.
Jamie Clayton's voice.
I mean, I just love Jamie Clayton. She's wonderful. She's talented. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. And just, I love seeing trans representation. And also just like, what a fucking casting choice. I love it.
Jamie Clayton fucking
like when they announced that, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, yeah.
She plays Pinhead.
Yeah. Anytime you like, it made me have I syndromed out hard, Isla. And I was thinking about horror franchises, and the first entry in so many of these franchises are just fucking legendary.
Yeah.
Hellraiser 1, Child's Play, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, these initial entries spawned decades later. We're
Not so much Spawn.
Yeah. Decades was coming back, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Live action?
Yeah.
Huh. The Crow is also coming back?
Sick. Everything's coming back. Everything's back.
The Crow I'm like worried about, because I love The Crow as a kid. I love The Crow. And it just feels disrespectful to Brandon Lee in a weird way, even though there's been like 4 other sequels, but like whatever. I don't know. I guess not. Whatever. Fine.
Yeah. So just the legacy of these horror characters runs so fucking deep. So for Jamie Clayton to step in to this iconic role, like, a lot of Hellraisers are shit.
Yeah.
But Pinhead is an iconic character. Pinhead is bigger than Hellraiser,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just like
Pinhead is a cultural icon.
Exactly.
sex symbol. There it is. Sex symbol. I was like, what is it?
So for Jamie Clayton to come in and just fucking crush it and knock it out of the park.
Oh my God. Like, so good.
Those expectations. And again, we're just talking about Rings of Power, like, which is how it should be.
Right.
And it's like,
I wonder what Doug Bradley, I think, is original Pinhead. I haven't heard what his how he feels about. I mean, he's probably, I don't know how old he is, but he was Pinhead in like
long time,
8,000 movies.
Yeah, I think like 8 or 9.
Yeah, because like they're like the 3 Hellraisers, and then it went like to DVD.
Yeah.
So my God,
just super cool. So I was just thinking about that, and like, God, these fresh horror IPs at the time.
Yeah.
Like, they've been so muddied over the years, you know? Like some of them really just go off the rails. But
I think the Cenobites looked a little drier than usual. Like I could have used a little more shimmer, like wetness.
Yep.
But
they were a little too clean.
Little too clean.
Little too crisp.
Little too clean.
Yes.
But
yes.
like the prosthetics, like the blood prosthetics on the Cenobites looked not weepy enough.
Yeah.
Not fresh enough.
I agree.
But
Great
other
criticism.
than that, I think the Cenobites were all cool.
Yeah.
The sound design for the Cenobites were really great. My favorite thing in the whole movie was the set design and like the morphing set thing they were doing.
So sick.
The van?
Dude.
So good.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And like that stuff was so cool. That's what I'm here for in Hellraiser. Like the Jacob's Ladder, like Silent Hill, like reality shift stuff is so cool.
Just like opening.
Yeah.
Just like,
well, like how they did it. And again, like trying not to get specific or spoilery, but like how it would just like you would just see a wall start to move in the background, and it's like instead of like the or whatever, it's like a building starting to shift becomes the monster chasing you because it's like, oh, okay, it's beginning.
They're
like,
lurking. They're coming.
They're coming.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what the Cenobites are, like, the strongest fear agent of the Cenobites is the anticipation, I think.
Yeah. I'd like to see Pennywise versus the Cenobites. That's a good fantasy matchup right there.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Because it's all like mind games and pain. Yeah.
And like different dimensions and shit. Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Slipping you into a reality you can't control is horrifying.
Horrifying. What do?
You die.
Yeah.
You lose. You've already lost. Like,
and speaking of the legacy of everything, the non-spoilers, very beginning of the movie, there's going to be like
a setup death.
Chains involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chains.
The chains.
So I was just thinking like,
I love her like just summoning the chains. Ugh.
I was saying they did a really good job with all of that because you're expecting that, but they still made it like really cool.
Yeah.
Looked really good. It all makes sense. It's not just like, okay, now we're doing this.
Well, and I think
because that's what happened with Friday the 13th a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we just like, Jason's going to go in, he's going to use this weapon and this weapon. It's just like, you kind of lose a little bit of that creativity because just rewatching the original Hellraiser, like when dude gets chained up near the end, I want to know how that all came to be. The invention of that set piece.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's expected, but like I was just thinking like, oh, back then, like you were creating this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're just kind of mimicking it.
Well, what's so funny, and we were talking about this before we started shooting, is like the Hellbound Heart, the book that Clive Barker wrote, and then especially the first movie is like it's like Home Alone, where it's like the thing you remember as the whole movie is 5 minutes of the movie. It's like just the end.
Yeah.
And like
fucking Pinhead's in it for like 5 minutes.
Like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like some Cenobites walking up the stairs is like all you get for like the whole middle of the movie. And then it's like some chains at the end and that's it. There's the beginning set piece, I guess. But like this movie, I think, did a really great job of metering it out.
Yes.
And like
restraint.
The like way they changed the lore of the box of the lament configuration, which I won't really specify because it's kind of the linchpin of the movie, but like the way they changed that is very smart, I think, and like gives a cool motivation to the story and to the pacing of the movie because then you get little tastes of it throughout, and then it all builds to an insane climax.
Yeah.
Just cool shit. I love a cool like 13 Ghosts style like building that is a machine. Like I don't know. I really liked it. Watch it. Like I can see some people thinking it's too slow,
it's very slow, and it's 2 full hours.
2 whole ass hours.
2 whole ass hours. And it's slow paced.
Yeah.
But I feel like it earns it.
I really enjoyed it. And I like the kind of like theming of addiction being
Yep.
sort of the drive this time instead of like sadistic pleasure, like
I
adultery
agree.
and
I
like
agree way more.
BDSM kind of.
I was so that is everything. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
so much more invested in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And it's an interesting. I really like it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I like Hellraiser a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
I watched the first 10 minutes of the It remake because Sophia was trying to show it to me and our friend Michelle.
It is like it's in my top 5 horror movies of all time.
But we were getting like too spooked out. I was getting too because Hellraiser to me is not scary. Like it's not at all scary because it's like just don't touch the box.
Just don't touch the fucking
Just
box.
don't touch the fucking box.
Dude, the part when it was like there with the blade sticking out,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you
doing?
just like
Just don't touch the fucking box.
just don't touch the fucking box.
That's Hellraiser to me is like just don't touch the box.
God.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Leave the lament configuration alone.
Yes.
But but like it is like, and it destroyed my childhood. Like I was so afraid all the time because it's like you thinking about it gives it power to come and kill you, and it's like you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Like what can you do to combat that? It's like a ghost. Like ghosts are scary to me. Like forces like that where it's like imagination, ghosts, demons, like things where there are no like rules where
Yeah.
like you didn't do anything to start this, or
Yeah.
it's your own fear, your own trauma, your own imagination doing it to you.
Yeah.
Really fucks with me.
Yeah. Conjuring vibes. It's just like, yo, you got a demon attached to you right now.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It's just like sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Pennywise in the Sewer, classic vibes, right?
Hey,
the
Georgie.
the lighting on the eyes. I was just like, I can't look at this thing. But then
It's so much. I love it so much.
I think it weakened it a little bit that you saw the rows of teeth so early.
Sure.
I think I got less scared of Pennywise when like he's the scariest when he's just being just weird normal.
Yeah.
That's when it's like the scariest to me.
Yeah.
Likewise with the Cenobites, it's like when they're approaching is scarier than when they're there.
Like when he's just couple glowing eyes in the sewer.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God.
Like that's horrifying. Like the very, very beginning when the kid's in the basement and sees the eyes, but it turns out to just be like the shine off the furnace or whatever it was.
the first one
or on the
is
shelf.
so good.
Like that's horrifying. Like that
Yeah.
image is stuck in my brain. You know,
I think about watching it every October. Like I love it
I
so
saw
much.
10 minutes of that movie, and I'm just like,
You're
nah,
out. Yeah.
nah. Same with opposite, I guess, with the Midnight Club, which I started, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was about. Like I intentionally, because I love the Mike Flanagan stuff, even though it's a little too scary for me. Usually, I love getting through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bly Manor is probably one of my favorite things. Midnight Mass, I really loved. But his Bly Manor, I love it to pieces.
Same.
Didn't know Midnight Club was about every character is
Yeah.
terminally ill,
Yeah,
and
it's
I was
fucked
just
up.
like, I'm
It
not
got
doing
me.
that. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, it
Like,
got me good.
So I didn't nope out of that for the scares. I noped out for the sads.
Yeah.
And,
And
so
you
he
hate
was
jump
like,
scares, so you did the right thing.
I mean, but like the first jump scare didn't scare me, so who knows? But like, yeah, I know it gets worse. But like,
Oh my God.
Sophia was like, "Are you sure you want to watch this?" And I'm like, "Why?" And I'm like, and she's like, "Are you sure you want to watch this?" I'm like, the parents are dead in all Mike Flanagan stuff. What? You know?
Yeah.
It's like fine, you know. And she's like, you know. And then like 10 minutes in, girl's like, "You got cancer," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I'm out."
Yeah.
Like I'm not
It's
watching
hard.
this.
It's a hard watch. I'm sticking with it, but it is brutal. in
I'm
that
just
sense.
like, why? Why watch this? I don't know.
Flanagan. I feel like Mike Flanagan.
Yeah. Oh, he earns it.
Mike Flanagan is a bro that has experienced loss like us.
Oh,
I feel
for
like.
sure, for
like
sure.
I don't know that. I'm
don't-
just guessing.
I mean, he's processing trauma and grief and everything he makes. So it's just
Exactly.
like, what happened to you?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. So like
To me though,
I want to stick with it because he has given us such good stories of that.
Oh, of course. But to me, like the difference is like Bly Manor's about grief, right?
Yeah.
But it's less. I like it when a thing is like. I love it when a thing is about grief or a
Yeah.
thing is about illness.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be literal,
Yeah.
right? Like I want it to be processing that through
Yeah.
the horror
Yeah.
without just watching a kid die
Yeah.
slowly in chemo.
I
I'm
like
like, I
it.
don't want to do that.
That is why I really feel like I'm not a fanboy, I promise. I really feel like The Walking Dead
It's okay to be a fan.
I feel like The Walking Dead is going to age well, and once the final season's over and it goes on Netflix, whatever, I feel like people are going to go back to it or start it for the first time. You know, oh, the show's over. Like, let's see what it was all about, you know?
But will the show be over? This is my question.
There's other spin-offs,
because there's
whatever.
like 300 spin-offs.
Some spin-offs coming, whatever. But like the main show, I feel like is going. People are gonna give it the benefit of the doubt later on. I feel like people are gonna be like, "Yo, this show's fucking good." The show is.
Well, I hope so.
It is a show about loss and dealing with loss and grief, and like it focuses on the characters first. Oh yeah, it's like there's a lot of plot, but like. It is a character-driven show.
Yeah.
And that is why I love it so much. I've been watching that. So
yeah.
I just feel like it's one of the best shows to deal with loss like that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Straight up. I need to preach it, and I will always preach The Walking Dead. Because it's like...
I like Norman Reedus.
It's just classic internet. It's just classic, like, the biggest thing of all time is gonna get haters.
Yeah.
You know, anything that big, it was the biggest show of all time for a couple years.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Facts. You know, so it's gonna get hate. And like anytime the quality dips a little bit, you know, it's gonna get that backlash, people dismissing it.
Yeah.
But when the dust settles and people go back to it, I think they're gonna be fucking surprised by how good it is.
I'm just checking. Brad moved frame chapter 330, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Then we don't have to worry about capping this thing early.
Yeah.
Because I'm loving this episode. I'm talking about
horror. Talking about horror shit. Walking Dead's been great. October, they just had a really spooky episode, and it was an all-time classic. There's only 5 left ever. I don't want to 10.
Sophie and I were going through this. There's a YouTuber called Billiam who did. I think I told you about this. He's doing videos on Lost.
Yes.
And like the first one's 3 hours and does season 1. The second one is 6 hours and does seasons 2 and 3. And they're great. They're great. And it feels like rewatching the show without having to actually sit through rewatching the whole show.
Yeah.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've seen all of Lost, so like
Hell
I couldn't probably have the same experience with a video like this with The Walking Dead, but like I wonder if doing it that way would be interesting too.
Yeah. I mean, if you like zombies at all, I feel like you would love The Walking Dead.
I do and I don't. It's funny because sometimes I think they're sort of boring, but like other times they're done so well. Like obviously, I always forget which one it is. Day of the Dead is the mall one, or that's Dawn of the Dead? Okay, yeah, Day of the Dead I love.
Night
of the Living Dead I love. I think it might be Dawn.
I think it might be Dawn.
Dawn of the Day of the Living of the Dead.
Yeah.
Whichever one is the mall one I really like, obviously. Yeah. Even the remake, the Zack Snyder remake is really good.
Oh my god, yeah. It's like, one of my favorites.
It's maybe one of his better movies.
Oh, absolutely.
Night of the Living Dead obviously is amazing, but like I love that because Dawn of the Dead. Thank you, Ninja Kitty. I love Night of the Living Dead too because like again, it's like about something and it was inventing a whole thing.
That's why Walking Dead's so good to binge though too, because like people got tired of like kind of waiting for things. But when you binge it, you have a little more patience because you don't have to wait a week, you know, you can just binge through. So like people complain that like, oh, nothing happens because it's a character-driven show. So like sometimes entire episodes are just people talking about shit, which I fucking love. And they do a good job of like, okay, zombies are a freaking threat for a long time. Now zombies are nothing. Like now people are a threat.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, zombies are a threat again for different reasons. Like maybe we don't have any bullets, or maybe or maybe humans are using the zombies as weapons. Like they do a really good job of like mixing it up, changing it up for 11 seasons of a show to like make zombies interesting throughout. Like fucking love zombies.
Yeah. We haven't looked at any of the comments yet.
No.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Horror.
I asked our patrons in the film club tier up for just like horror, Halloween stuff.
Halloween.
Cozy, spooky, whatever you want. Let's just go through and see what people say.
Oh, nope, wait.
Shit!
Nope. One very important one. Sorry.
We almost got there.
Sorry. Horror movie, so it counts. The Innocents.
I want to see this. It's Norwegian, right?
Fuck yes!
I've heard it's amazing.
It's so fucking good.
What's it on?
Shudder, which is AMC Plus shit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking incredible.
Yeah, I really want to see that.
Not a spoiler. I want to compare it to two things. It's like Chronicle crossed with The Good Son.
Whoa, okay.
Combine those two things, and that is The Innocents. It came out this year. You know, anytime I try to watch, like, oh, what horror movies have come out this year? It's like, this movie came out this year, even though it says 2021, because I think that's like the film festival
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
You know, but for all intents and purposes, it is a 2022 horror movie.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something modern that came out this year, that is one of my recommendations.
I'm looking forward to Barbarian. I'm waiting until it's on at streaming, which apparently it's coming later this month. Just seemed too intense for me for theaters.
Yeah.
Elise loved it. She wanted me to go see it in
Nice.
theaters, and I'm like, that looks too scary for me in theaters, but I want to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't been to the theater in a while. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, me neither. It is sad.
Halloween Ends comes out in 2 days, and I might just watch it at home. Like,
Maniac.
I can't believe
Is it coming straight to streaming?
Peacock.
Oh, wow. Peacock?
Peacock. Same day. They did it with the
hell?
last one, too.
Oh, okay.
Peacock is really good about getting, like, theatrical movies really early, like either day and
they
date.
get the Universal stuff?
Something,
'Cause
yeah.
that's
Like, they already have
NBC
Beast, Idris
Universal?
Elba. Beast, I wanted to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And they've already got it on there. It's like,
'Cause that's, I think it's NBC Universal who owns that. So
yeah.
Um.
So, yeah, The Innocent, sorry.
Oh yeah, I watched Hocus Pocus 2. It was not good.
Shit. Yeah, I don't really have a desire to watch it.
It started off okay, and then kind of as soon as the OG Sanderson sisters showed up, it got really bad. And like, I wonder if, because they were just like caricatures, it was ridiculous. But I wonder if it's just memory being kind to the old one. But like, that's an all-time great. I feel
The
like
Odyssey of Recollection.
The Odyssey of Recollection.
Dude, fucking Interview with the Vampire. Watch it now. Right now. Close this stream and just go watch it. It's so good.
I don't know, hey, leave a like first, I guess. Give us some money and then go. Patreon.com/. We asked people just kind of general this month. I was like, hey, not very specific. Just anything you'd like to say or ask about a Halloween film, cozy, spooky, whatever.
Sweet.
Let's go for it. Ninja Kitty, no, don't go. David Warren. Our tradition is watching The Crow and The Craft back to back with friends. Fire it up! Fire it up!
That is a phenomenal double
great
feature.
double feature.
Wow.
The Seas.
That is a really good. That is like a fucking sommelier coming in.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Let
yeah.
me give you a double
This pairs
feature of
well.
horror. Yeah.
Well, and it's like,
Wow.
I feel like it gives you the two halves of that 90s coin where it's like, this is a masculine drive, this is a feminine drive.
Yeah.
Put it together.
That is perfection.
That's
well
great.
done, David.
I feel like you could watch The Faculty like the next day.
Yes. God, I love The Faculty.
The Faculty's great.
One of my all-time favorites is when Josh Hartnett rips the like paper thing off the paper cutter.
yeah.
Like rips
To
it
make a
off.
weapon? Yeah.
So sick.
Really good.
Josh Hartnett in that movie was like, I want to be him.
Sure.
I like started wearing long sleeve shirts and then a short sleeve over it because Josh
Yeah,
Hartnett. I was
yeah.
like, dude, he's badass in that.
peak style of that time. Yeah.
I was like teenager.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, The Crow and The Craft were like, I was very, very into those as a kid. Oh, yeah. Just listen to Nine Inch Nails. I listened to the Crow soundtrack so much.
Hell yeah.
Tyler Travis, I'm just going to spew random spooky thoughts. Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. It's a Thanksgiving movie. It spans them, I think. It's an in-betweener.
Peter Mullen.
John
Session
Carpenter
9.
is a God Amongst Men. Agree. Lost Highway in 4K is on Criterion right now.
Nice.
Whoa. Gotta watch that. Session 9 doesn't get nearly enough love. Session 9 is cool.
Spooky.
I saw that.
I love that movie.
Rented that on DVD, maybe?
It's sick. I
Might
like the
be
Changeling
good.
as well. It's kind of a similar.
Why is my phone going crazy?
Yeah, my
Who's-
phone
who's
was kind of
talking
going
to
nuts
me? Oh,
too,
that means
actually.
it's
Give me a
Slack.
second here.
That means we don't need to care about it. We're doing a shoot.
Every fucking time. I keep getting spam texts and spam calls calling me by name. Hey, Michael. I'm not even kidding. I've gotten 10 of these trying to get me to buy tickets to the fucking Ontario Reign hockey team. Like,
What?
I don't know.
Jesus. Careful with that.
God.
Shatter your phone. I just broke my phone, so not fun. Lost Highway, dude. Shit, yeah. Sage Mode Q. It's funny as I read this prompt, I'm watching Contagion. Ooh. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, this movie is scary. Like, not Halloween Michael Myers scary, but real life, we almost kind of sort of just live this scary. What are some of your guys' favorite movies that aren't horror but still scare the shit out of you? Oh, yeah, geez. So many. I mean, yeah, true horror stuff. Just like true crime stuff. Where it's like, that stuff hits different.
Yeah, it does.
Like, ugh.
Zodiac.
And like, yeah, like Zodiac is very scary.
The Strangers.
I mean, The Strangers was the first thing that I thought of. That's definitely a horror movie, but like that is
Yeah.
scary stuff.
Unsolved Mysteries, to me, is one of the scariest things of all time.
Yeah,
Like the original Robert Stack.
Oh,
and
yeah,
even
yeah.
the reboot, like
yeah.
just real life.
Did the
unsolved
Unsolved
shit.
Mysteries new show revisit any old mysteries that were unsolved that are still unsolved? Have they done that?
They used to do that in the original
Oh.
show, the Robert Stack one. They would go back and give you like updates sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
There was actually No, that's a different show.
Okay.
But they have not done that now.
Yeah.
But a new season is coming in like a week or two.
I
So I'm
heard.
excited about that.
But yeah, anything about like illness is a horror movie for me. Like anything about cancer, just like
Yeah.
no thanks. And viruses. Stephen Beaumont, what are you doing on your phone?
Sorry.
What are you doing?
I just got this email. I'm sending it right now. I'm done. That's it. Sorry. It's fine. You're
Take away
covering
your
this.
phone privileges.
You're covering this. It took 1 minute.
All right.
Continue.
I forgive you.
Continue on.
Stephen Beaumont just had a little binge for the first time in ages on some horror. Started with Jason X rewatch,
X.
lol. Then moved on to Midnight Mass and just watched. You're jumping all over Fear Street, dude.
Yes, I know.
Hell
I
yeah.
miss it. We need a fucking. Where is that
Fear
this
Street.
year?
Bring Fear Street back, dude.
I
Next
guess
year.
the only event this year is like Midnight Club. That's all we're
Yeah,
getting.
I
Like,
guess.
there's no other like Halloween event.
Thing, yeah.
Dude, Fear Street.
There's
That's
some great horror movies coming out right now, though.
for sure. But Fear Street to me
Uh-huh.
is going down as one of the best Halloween events
Oh
of
yeah.
recent memory.
Oh yeah.
Because like you can have your one-offs, you can have your Hellraisers and your Barbarians, whatever. But like a trilogy of movies over 3 weeks, that is like that was the sickest shit.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Stephen really enjoyed the whole of the Fear Street trilogy more than the individual films, which I think is a testament to the pacing. Midnight Mass was quite solid, even though it follows the trope of not knowing what the spoiler of the things are. Favorite is still The Shining. Visually such a treat, and still so unnerving throughout.
My
Yeah,
fave.
The Shining is amazing.
My number one.
Fear
will
Street,
never
we both
change,
are
you know.
very on record as having loved. Midnight
Yeah.
Mass also. I
Yeah.
feel like we talked a lot about them in the
Yeah.
past, but like, ugh, I love them. And yeah,
I
like,
also have
Fear Street works really well as one big thing. Too.
yes.
I
I
agree.
liked the middle one the most, 1978.
I like 2 and 3 the most.
Yeah, but they were all together.
Altogether,
just-
it's a perfect. Yeah,
So
Like
excellent.
I think the first one is fun the first watch, but I didn't really feel a drive to rewatch.
Yeah.
except as the first act of the whole.
yeah.
Because like on the whole, it all works together really well. But yeah, I think the first movie, while being really cool and splashy and fun,
Yeah.
maybe the weakest of the 3 on an individual rewatch level,
Yeah.
but really great the first time. So
Hell yeah.
whatever. Also, yeah, The Shining, God tier. What the
Shining.
hell?
I also don't count Alien and Aliens as horror movies. I'm just gonna say it.
They're
I don't
comfort
know.
movies.
Yeah, they're not horror to me.
They're suspense, sci-fi
Sure.
suspense.
Yeah.
Well, Aliens is an action movie.
yeah.
Alien is a sci-fi suspense movie,
Yeah.
I guess. Garrett Hallfish. I just watched Barbarian last night. It was a great time. They said the best part would be spoiled. Yeah, I'm trepidation. I'm afraid of even reading more, but highly recommend people watch that this month. I'm going to try, Garrett. Colt Smith. I watch a horror adjacent film every day in horror adjacent film every day in October. Love that. This year's
Colt-
standout watched
Colt is
Barbarian
giving me a
and
correction right now.
Smile. What?
We'll get to it. Keep going.
You always read ahead.
I know. I read.
Start talking
I know.
while I'm reading
I'm
the
sorry.
thing, which derails me from
I'm
getting to the
sorry.
thing you
Colt
reacted
just gets
to.
me so hyped. I'm fucking
Just say
hyped.
you read.
That's the event. Guillermo and his cabinet of shit. I
Oh,
definitely
fuck
need in my
me.
life.
When is that?
That's the end of the month or near the 17th or 20th or something.
Yeah,
Coming
cannot
up.
wait for Guillermo cabinet of shit.
That is the event.
Yeah, that looks
we are looking for.
crazy.
Yes.
It looks nuts.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
They saw some duds, followed those up with a new Hellraiser, which is pretty damn spectacular. Hell yeah. I didn't love that all the problems could have been solved by the cast just not being dicks. Yeah, by and large.
You just don't touch the
sometimes.
box.
There was one big reveal that I don't think the series has ever done before, and I loved it, which I can't say because it would be a spoiler, but it was
Spoilers.
awesome. We can talk about it later.
Spoilers.
Duff. I have a theory. If a horror movie scenario continues long enough for characters, it will eventually turn into an action movie scenario as the monster loses its mystery and the protagonists are so psychologically broken to the point where they are determined to strike back at their tormentors. I think that's true. Am I crazy or did I stumble upon something? I think you're right.
No,
I see this with things like
100%.
Evil Dead, Resident Evil. Ethan got military training between 7 and 8. Yeah.
Fucking Dead Space.
Scream,
Alien.
House of Ashes. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens
yeah.
to it all. It's
But I think that's kind of the idea, right? Where it's like, because I mean, what else are you gonna do? Either you start fighting back, or you die, and I think that's life, right?
yeah. It's tough. You got to have restraint with your, and I'm thinking of creatures
Yeah.
specifically.
Showing it is almost always making it lose its power.
Babadook.
Never saw it.
Classic.
Seems too scary.
It shows the thing too soon
Yeah.
for me. I remember just Babadook. I kind of was like, oh.
Darkness Falls was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think where it was like. The idea of not being able to go in the dark because this thing will
Yeah.
get you is horrifying, but then they show it and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I'm not scared anymore.
And that's why Aliens is one of the greatest sequels of all time, because it's not doing the same thing. It's
Yeah.
doing something
Yeah.
different. Instead of one alien, it's a fucking million and a queen. And it's like,
Yeah.
So I think you have to be, if you're going to do horror again in a sequel, you gotta mix it up.
Put an S on there.
Put an S on there, or completely change the vibes. Because even A Quiet Place, I thought the sequel was really good. The creatures felt more threatening in it
But it was more
than the
action-y.
first one, but it was more actiony,
Yeah.
so a little less scary, but
Yeah.
still a really good sequel. But yeah, less fear.
Yeah. Yeah. Colin Luton? After every...
But even
Jesus.
no, even look what Friday the 13th did.
Yeah.
Pam to Jason.
Yeah.
What a shift.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah.
But then,
Well, and
horror,
that's...
horror goes on long enough until it buries itself.
Yeah.
Every horror
Yeah,
franchise. Yeah.
Well, and this is the reason that so many of the lasting horror franchises are anthologies, where it's new characters every time face the same old threat
Yeah.
in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
And that's the reason for that. Because
Yeah.
it's they don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah. Saw.
Saw. I was actually just thinking Saw. But every Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween is special in that regard because it has followed that arc, whereas she's been in it, so she's fighting back because she's pissed.
Please be good.
Yeah,
Please
I heard
be
those
good.
ends wasn't good.
Kills.
Kills wasn't good. No. Every Colin says every October I watch the Cowboy Bebop movie. It's not scary or anything, but it has such cozy Halloween in the big city vibes. Man, it's been a minute since I've seen it. I liked it at the time. Plus the details like Ed going on an info gathering quest by trick or treating, the villain wearing a big witch hat. Oh yeah, the Halloween parade at the end, and all the shots under the credits of people stopping to enjoy sudden rain amidst the festivities. I'm from the Seattle area, so October rain is a cozy fall imagery.
Sick.
Key cozy fall imagery. Yeah, for me it's leaves and rain. I'm going home on Friday, and I'm looking forward to
Nice.
that vibe.
Enjoy it.
Dootsy, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but those gore hounds out there that love practical effects. Terrifier 2 was the most fun I've had in theater close to a decade.
That. Go making the rounds.
What is that new?
Freako Clown Killer.
Oh, but it's new.
Number 2 is brand new.
I hadn't even heard of this.
Yeah.
Pretty big improvement on every aspect of the first one. Better characters, acting, writing, kills, everything. Art is genuinely a horror icon and should be considered one of the great slasher villains alongside Mike Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger, and Leatherface. Lauren Lavera, who played Sienna in the movie, is also absolutely killer in her role.
Sick.
One of my favorite final girls in a long time. I can guarantee you I'll be revisiting this for future October viewings. Also wanted to give a shout out to 2 newer stop motion animated movies that are horror adjacent.
Mad God, it looks
Mad
so
God and
fucking
Spine of
sick.
Night.
I need to watch Mad God. That's on
Wow, I
Shudder
haven't-
too. A lot
I
of
haven't
this
heard of
shit's on
these.
Shudder. Rules.
Stop motion is very creepy.
Yeah. Mad God looks nuts.
I don't know if I've heard of it.
Dude, looks freako.
As far as classic October movies go, the original Halloween, The Crow, and Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat is really good.
Super
That
good.
movie is like shockingly good, and I think it's hurt by its chintzy
Super
little
good.
title.
It makes the rounds every year.
Yeah.
People caught on.
Everyone's always like, Trick or Treat's good, give it a
Yeah,
shot. Everyone's like,
everyone,
we know,
every
we've
year.
all given it a shot.
Yeah, everyone's
You're
giving
right.
it a shot.
You're right, everyone gave it a shot, and they're right to have done that. Zach Wozner says, too scary for me. Well, I'm something of a gore hound. A lot of gore hounds in chat
Yeah.
here in comments.
Love gore. Feel the kill.
I get really antsy around horror. I can handle John Rambo turning bad guys into puddles of gory red goo, but if it's Michael Myers with a kitchen knife and scary synth music, I'm quaking in my boots. That said, check out my interviews with the cast and director of Halloween Ends on ScreenRant.com, which should be published by the time this story goes up.
I
Cool.
will
Shameless plug.
never read that before I see the movie. Maybe after, Zach.
Yeah.
I gotta watch
Speaking of
it
Halloween
first.
Ends, this is not a spoiler, so don't panic. There's one scene fairly early on where the main character escalates a situation at a diner. When he stood up for himself, I cackled with delight while my date simultaneously shuddered and whispered, "No, don't escalate." So I don't know. She might think I'm a monster and might have destroyed the relationship before it even started, but we'll see. I love that she actually said, "Don't escalate."
Yeah.
I mean, that's the classic male v female thing, right? It's
De-escalate. please.
I'm always trying to de-escalate.
Yeah.
Because when things get escalated, that's when you die.
De-escalate the situation.
Never go to a second location.
Kill me
Cabinet
here.
is out on the 25th.
Kill me right here.
Yeah. Andreas Clanthus, have you ever been scared watching a movie? Yeah, all the time, constantly. I'm trying to find a film that actually scares me. Oh, we got a badass here. So I could have a reaction like those shown in trailers of people shrieking and throwing stuff in the air. I want that. I've seen films that make me wince, but that's what watching genitalia getting mutilated. Yeah. Happiness and Slavery, Nine Inch Nails music video, very intense. I want to watch a film and reach a point where I cover my eyes because the horror is too much. Is there a film that may answer my call?
Maybe Possum. Maybe.
Oh,
That's one of the recent ones that I watched that like really made me uncomfortable. It's tough though because like when you get older and
Live
you
chat,
see,
we've lost you.
and you see a lot of horror and you know just when you get older things are,
Yeah. I saw a still screenshot from Possum and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I think it's harder to like, it's harder for me to get scared, but I find some things creepy and eerie. And I think that is the feeling
That's the
that I strive.
lasting.
Yeah, that lasts nowadays
Yeah.
rather than like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Like that
Right,
is gone.
right,
Now
right.
it's kind of the lingering, unsettling creep factor.
Yeah.
I think Possum has that.
Yeah, to
And I
me,
think
like,
Haunting of Hill House was pretty tense.
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throughout.
I think, for me, like, sure, you can have something make you jump or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm susceptible to some jumps, but it's like the psychological stuff, the visual, like, something just standing there and looking at you is, like,
Yeah.
always going to be the scariest thing. Like,
Yeah.
so instead of, like, a jump, it's like a chill down your spine, you know?
Yes.
Like, that's the stuff I keep thinking about.
Yeah.
Even for movies I've only seen parts of, like Gerald's Game or whatever. Dude in the Corner, I think about that, like, every
Dude in the
night.
Corner is a really- Gerald's Game. Flanagan.
Flanagan.
Creepo Flanagan.
Marco Hernandez, what are your favorite Stephen King-based films? The It remake and the original Pet Sematary are my... You spelled cemetery right, so that's wrong. Are my favorites. Also, just watched The Storm of the Century on Hulu. That one deserves a remake. Just started Midnight Club and loving the vibes. Yeah, Flanagan, I mean, obviously, because he's done a lot of Stephen King, continues in that sort of like Stephen King vibe, which is, I think, why I like him so
Yeah.
much. But his The Mist is very intense.
Sorry, Steven. The Shining is the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, bro.
If that counts, it's hard to untopple that juggernaut.
And It.
I mean,
New It.
Oh,
Part
okay,
1.
yeah.
New It Part 1. Part 2 was fine.
Old It Part 1 is much better than Old It Part 1 or Part 2 as well. So it seems like
Yeah.
once you make something into a giant dumbass spider with
Yeah.
headlights on it, you can't really...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how the remake does it, but
It does. Two remake is so good. It's again not as strong as one because it swings so hard and it just the scope of it all. I respect what they go for in part 2, but it was literally at a point where you're following like all this shit, right? It gets big,
yeah.
and you're following this like I remember in the theater following this person for like a long time, and then finally I was like, wait, why are we following? What is this person trying to do?
Who is this person?
Why? What is this person's mission again? Oh, okay, yeah. So
Right.
it's like
Is 2 adults like in the reboot, or is it
adults, yeah.
Okay.
There's the kids are still in it a little bit, like flashbacks and shit.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
like the A-list, like fucking.
Is there a head in the fridge?
Chastain, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Ugh, scared. That part scared me. As a kid.
yeah,
Do they do the shower thing?
yeah.
Ooh.
In the bathroom.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotta rewatch part 2 again.
I mean, there are so many good Stephen King-based films. Is Misery Stephen King?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Misery's
It's gotta be,
really
dude.
good.
Kathy Bates.
Misery's really good. The Mist is really good.
The Mist with Darabont. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's Frank Darabont, not
Yes.
Flanagan, right?
Mist. Great
Obviously, Stand
pull.
By Me. Obviously,
Shawshank Redemption. Green Mile.
Yeah.
Fuck
Shawshank
yeah.
to me is better than
God
Green
tier.
Mile.
Oh,
yeah,
Shawshank's God
Shawshank is
tier.
probably like
God
the
tier.
second best Stephen King movie besides The Shining, maybe.
I think Shawshank's one of the best movies.
Yeah. Shawshank is great.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, The Shining is like obviously the best one. But like,
Get busy living, get busy dying.
yeah.
Goddamn right. Love it. So quotable, Shawshank.
But they're all so good. Well, no, they're not. Lots of them are really bad. I've never seen Pet Sematary, old or new.
I saw the new one recently. I saw the old one a long time ago. I saw the new one and it was fine.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Yeah.
6 or
yeah,
7.
That's kind of the vibe I heard.
Yeah. John Lithgow is good.
I remember getting incredibly bored by the Langoliers as a kid.
fucking so boring as a kid. Oh my god. There's a baseball player named like Langoliers or something.
Oh, really?
And I keep thinking of the movie every
That's
time. I'm like,
funny.
oh, Langoliers.
Marco Hernandez, what are your favorite oh, wait, we read that one. The Man Who Likes. Love that name. I love the Evil Dead trilogy so much. Sam Raimi's direction is insane. Bruce Campbell is the GOAT. Also, what's your fave J horror film? I don't know if it counts, but mine is Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue counts. That is a terrifying movie.
This
I love Perfect Blue.
Back to the person I recommended Possum to.
Yes.
Favorite Japanese horror film now because of a couple years ago, and now I don't know if it's going to be topped. Pulse.
I've heard that's crazy.
It's called Kairo, Kairo is
Yeah,
its
yeah,
title.
yeah.
It translates to Pulse. There's an American remake. Avoid. Watch the original.
Cairo.
It is fucking gritty and dark and low budget and dirty, but also
Yeah.
like a smart movie. It's so good. It's so good.
My favorite, I mean, obviously besides House, like, which is just, it's not scary, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
That movie is God tier. Please watch it. House.
It's on
House.
HBO Max.
Yeah, and Criterion, I believe. But 3 stories, where Mike
yep.
does one, and
Yep,
then the other
yep,
2 are
Yeah.
don't remember.
I forget.
But
I haven't watched
that's
that since, like,
that's
college.
creepy. That's really good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
It and it gives you a little bit of different flavors of Japanese horror.
Yeah.
Like you get the girl with the hair in front of her face, and that's really scary.
I prefer Korean horror usually.
Oh, The Wailing is
The
fantastic.
Wailing is like my number one.
The Host is good.
ever.
Not really scary, but The Host is great.
Host is incredible.
The Wailing is great.
Yeah. And then like even a fine line like Zodiac, right, is like not a horror movie, but I think of I Saw the Devil. Korean thriller. Super
I've heard
good.
that's really good. I haven't seen that.
Super good.
What's the true crime? The one that he did. No, whatever. We talked about it before. Jason Wojnar, Perfect Blue. Also, yes, really good. Jason Wojnar. Hello from a bomb shelter in Kyiv, though not as scary this time. Jeez.
Good, Jason. Jeez.
Can you think of those horror movies that are just too intense and over the top for Halloween? Some examples off the top of my head are Martyr. Yeah, I instantly thought of Martyrs.
Yeah, Martyrs.
Antichrist and 120 Days of Sodom.
I don't even want to watch that shit.
I've seen it. Solo. I've seen it. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Though that's barely a horror movie, really. Then There are the underground ones that would put me on the FBI watch list for even mentioning, like August Underground and Flower of Flesh and Blood. I haven't heard of those, so I guess I'm off the watch list. The latter of which prompted Charlie Sheen to call the authorities because he thought it was an actual snuff film. I have not seen either of them, nor am I interested in watching them. Yeah, I'm not interested in watching those either.
No.
8mm is close enough to a snuff film that I'm just like,
fuck
nope.
that movie. I never want to see it.
Upsetting film.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Did not love that movie.
There are a few movies on my blacklist that I will never look at or mention or watch ever again, and 8mm is locked at number 1.
Yeah.
I despise it.
Yeah, don't love that.
Creeps
don't
me
love
out.
that movie. Who directed that? Is it De Palma?
De Palma or like not Tony Scott? I think it's
It
De
might have
Palma.
been.
Like,
I might be getting it confused with Snake Eyes, but
yeah.
8mm is dirty stuff.
My grandpa is very morbid, and he loved Faces of Death. So I've seen Faces of Death.
Bunch of my friends in high school rented that, and I just couldn't hang. I watched like some of it, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing this, guys. I'm not doing this. I cannot do this."
And like Cannibal
'Cause it's
Holocaust
real.
is fine. It's like whatever.
And like that video that went around of like in the olden days of that guy getting like stabbed through the head or whatever from like war footage. I'm just like, I don't want to. I can't unsee this. Like I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just real. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, even me. You know me. I'm a psychopath, but like even that is like too much here. Okay,
Yeah.
let's keep it to the movies, right?
Yeah,
Let's keep
yeah,
it
yeah.
to-
Like there's a very,
Yeah.
very big difference between something that's
Yeah.
real and pretend.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And like I don't need to see the real stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
And
need to see pretend stuff that looks hyper real either. Like you're talking about
Totally.
like snuff film stuff. No.
Yeah. And like Martyrs and all that, like
I know what
It's
Martyrs
just-
is about. I haven't seen it, but either.
it's really hard to like get under my skin with gore, especially. Like gore doesn't really faze me. So like a lot of those just come off as so
Yeah.
self-indulgent for shock value, you know? Rarely are they good movies.
To me, it's like the gore is definitely like makes you go like ugh, but it's the prolonged trauma and suffering of people that happen in movies like
Yeah.
that, where it's like, you know,
Hellraiser
like
did some good.
well, yeah, but
some
like
good
it's
gore in there.
it's like so sensationalized in
Yeah.
Hellraiser that it feels a little different. But like I'm talking about stuff like Room, or like
Sure.
or like I mean I don't know about Martyrs, but like especially like a woman who's been tortured or something, and then you just sit with it. Mm-hmm. Like that's really intense to
Yeah,
me.
definitely.
Like The Strangers does some of that stuff
Definitely.
too, where it's like ugh.
Think of like Hostel, you know, that whole era is just like
Yeah.
it was a flash in the pan. It was a minute, and it's done. And I'm really glad of.
yeah.
You know, we talked about it I think last year.
Like Green
at this
Inferno
time.
is just like it just like
Yeah.
becomes a pastiche, like a wash of just like bullshit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
just check out.
And now even like Conjuring, like demons lasted for like a good decade or
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
feel like now we still have ghost stories, and like you know has been elevated to like tales of loss and grief and shit.
Yeah.
But then also like true crime. You know,
Yeah.
we have a true crime obsession in today's society. So like horror movies are leaning into that, you know, making Michael Myers just like a serial killer.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm happy with where it is now.
is he not supernatural in the new ones?
I mean, it like hints at it, but the reason Halloween 2018 is also just like it in my top 5 horror movies of all time, I don't give a fuck,
I need to watch it.
is because it is like a true crime movie. Halloween 2018,
I mean, like
literally in my top 5. I don't give a fuck.
that honestly is where
Yeah.
Mike Myers is scarier.
Yes.
Michael Myers is scary because like
it's so good.
someone
God, I love
mentioned it before, like feel the kill, as you always
Yeah,
say, like
yeah.
the slow insertion of a butcher knife
Yeah.
while watching the person die.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yes.
It's simple
The slow
and it's
strangle.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
Leaving a dude pinned to the wall. It's
Yeah.
just like that's intense.
Yeah. He has like a crazy bathroom kill that
Ugh.
is just insane. Yeah, and he's just like a dude.
You made me think of the bathroom at 13 Ghosts. Not a kill, but like the girl in the tub is just there.
I forget.
If you don't have the glasses on, you can't see her. 13 Ghosts is sick. Maybe I'll watch
Yeah.
that.
We talked about this last year. I should rewatch that.
Yeah, I mean, it's cheesy and
Yeah.
not like super scary, but
Yeah.
it's cool and it's got some
Rewatch
neat.
it. I don't even know. I don't think I've seen it.
13 Ghosts?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
I think you'll dig it.
Sick.
It's got like a house as mechanism.
Yeah,
which
yeah. I remember
really,
I watched
really
the
love.
trailer. I remember we talked about this last year. I
Yeah.
fucking remember this. Yeah.
He didn't watch. He didn't watch
I didn't watch Mandy.
Mandy.
No.
So Huber's a big fat liar.
So busy.
Pants on fire, Ubisoft.
It's October 11th right now, and I've legit only watched like 3 horror.
I mean, I'm
movies
glad you
total.
were able to watch Hellraiser last
Yeah.
night for this episode.
Started it at 1 a.m.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You are a
I
monster.
was like, and I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, yeah,
Katie Garza,
it'd make Isla happy.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Because I was happy to talk about it with you. Anyway, Katie Garza just came here to ask if either of you have seen Barbarian and or Bodies.
No.
Have not yet. Very excited to watch both of them.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to both.
Same.
They're streaming movies for me because it's just too much. Too much. Katie thoroughly enjoyed both movies. Nothing spectacular, but fun horror movies that'll add to the rotation in the future. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
What's that voice?
I don't know.
All right, we're going to speed up just a bit because mommy's hungry. Jesse Blue. Hi, Ellen Huber. I know I've mentioned before I don't really do horror, but as the tradition goes of kids always rebelling against their parents, Lil Blue loves horror and has been encouraging me to join her in dipping my toes back into the genre. I've seen Fear Street, American Horror Story 84, and Bly Manor. American Horror Story 84 was actually pretty good. That was one of the better American Horror Stories, I thought. Most of them are
Checked
pretty
out
horrible.
So long ago.
That one's fun. It's a camp.
Yeah.
It's camp.
Yeah.
No, that's... Yeah. Yeah. No, that's camp. Whatever. 84 I remember being good. Whatever. It was, like, fine. Bly Manor together and currently watching Haunting of Hill House. Hell yeah. Bly Manor and Hill House are, like, god tier. Fear Street's
and Midnight
great.
Mass.
Midnight Mass is god tier.
All 3 god tier.
Midnight
S
Mass
tier.
not scary, really.
Just awesome.
Yeah. You see, it's not the gore or the death that is the problem, as I has always loved a good murder mystery. It's empathy that I have with the main characters. Yeah. In a mystery, the detectives are usually detached and calm. Even in something like Stranger Things, they're scared, but they have a plan and bonds to help them make it through. In actual horror, there's no plot armor or security for anyone to make it out alive. And a real terror portrayed by the actors just sticks with me. I've also watched a lot of horror at a too young age. I still see the face of the preacher from Poltergeist trilogy in my nightmares. Yeah, straight up. I was definitely ruined by some stuff I watched way too young.
Oh, yeah. Poltergeist,
Way too
Bloody
young.
Mary and shit. Freaks me out.
Oh my god, yeah. Some Ninja Scroll as like a 10-year-old? That probably shouldn't happen. Jesse would also like to shout out Halloween episodes of sitcoms like what WandaVision had.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I love those.
Buffy Halloween episode. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Charlie Brown. The crown for King of Halloween should go to AJ Locascio, as his talent for all things Halloween is unrivaled. Yeah, I mean, true. He makes spoops. He's the voice of Gizmo.
Does he celebrate
he's
Halloween all
great.
year long or just October?
He's one of those Halloween is every day kind of a guys. Yeah, his apartment is like basically like because he and his girlfriend both make props,
Yeah.
so like they've made it decorated like
Halloween.
a haunted
It's
kind
too
of
much.
like they have
Too many-
floating candles.
You got to make October special.
No, but it's like it's not like too much.
Got it,
And then
got
they
it.
can add more decorations.
Got it.
It's tasteful.
Okay.
Thanks, Jesse Blue. Super Sushi. Do you guys have a favorite horror movie you never get to talk about?
Honestly, The Walking Dead.
You talk about it constantly.
This is the only place I get to talk about it.
You talk about it with us all the time.
But like nobody, I guess nobody's seen it.
You talked about it for 10 minutes on this podcast.
I know, but like nobody's seen it, so it doesn't. Like
Yeah.
I don't get to talk.
You can't talk with someone.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
okay.
talk
All
at
right,
you.
all right, all
I
right.
talk
Yeah,
at
yeah,
people about it. Like I fucking love it.
And we barely listen. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like whatever. Walking all right and Walking Dead. Yeah. I never get to like talk.
Sure.
with people
Fair
about
enough. Fair enough. I don't know. Favorite horror movie you never get to talk about? I feel like I talk about whatever I want. Cube? We talk about Cube sometimes. I like Cube.
I mean, the Flanagan verse, like, because of spoilers. I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about
that's
like
true.
Bly Manor and Hill House and
Yeah.
stuff, and Midnight Mass, big one. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just like I don't want to say anything about it.
Don't wanna spoil
But
it.
They're the best.
Yeah. Couple more here. Hey, Matt Hastings. Matt Hastings.
Yo, another one for the person who needed a really spooky horror movie. Have you tried Blair Witch? Blair Witch has aged really well. Freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Gives me the creeps. Gives me that slow burn spine tingle creep.
Yeah.
So Possum, Cairo, Kairo, and Blair Witch. Those are 3 movies that kind of freak me out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Blair Witch at the time was
Yeah.
like,
And
none of us knew if it was real or not.
Yeah, and I rewatched it maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, but
Yeah.
But when I rewatched it, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
really good.
Matt Hastings, hi allies. In the future, I predict computers will be so advanced you can tell them the type of movie you want and they'll generate it for you. People are working on it. I'm sure this idea repulses you, but if you could ask a computer to make you a movie, what would it be? You could tell it to use actors from completely different times at whatever age you want, a certain directorial style, music, genre, whatever you can come up with. I'd want a Predator 1 direct sequel with an ensemble cast with young Arnold, current Keanu, Chris Hemsworth, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, young Sigourney Weaver, and a young Michael Keaton going back into some made-up jungle because there's another Predator and they need Dutch and his new team to kick its ass. Thanks. That's a fun one. Honestly, this idea, I think the AI thing, it doesn't exactly repulse me. I just think it has a place, and I think that as long as you know that something was AI generated, like, it's fine. Where it gets murky is that you have to feed it art from other people, and like I think you should probably have permission to do
like,
that.
If you're gonna have an AI make your own art and feed it that art.
Yeah. Or I mean, which is like, you know, because you have to feed it so much. But it's just like it gets murky in that regard. But like I think
word, by the way, murky.
Murky.
So good.
But I think if it's like labeled or you know what you're getting into,
Sure.
Which right now you can usually tell, but like it doesn't exactly repulse me, but it's definitely like murky.
Murky. Yeah.
Murky.
One movie. What do you want? What do you want? What would
Well,
you?
yeah,
what
that's
would you
what
make?
I'm trying to think.
What would you get?
What, do you have one?
I always wanted the failed, canceled, probably for the best now because his career kind of burnt. The Blomkamp Aliens follow-up. No disrespect to Alien 3. I love Alien 3. But a direct sequel to Aliens with Sigourney and Michael Biehn.
3 is a direct sequel. It's very depressing how it begins.
A redo, I guess.
Also the
I like Alien 3 a lot. I even like Alien Resurrection.
I read the William Gibson like comic book and audiobook of Alien 3. Yeah. Not very good. Geez, what would I do? This is a really tough prompt because you can kind of do whatever you want.
It's too much.
New Witches of Eastwick. New what, like my all-time favorite, New Addams Family. New I mean my favorite stuff is like kind of creepy, kind of spooky. I mean like folk horror is perfect for that. So it's like maybe like just like another folk horror thing. I don't know. I want to make a thing, so it's just like I want to make it my way. So like doing it more fun, like they were saying, geez, like get like, this is morbid. The thought that I had is morbid, but you could do a movie that combines elements but uses actors who died tragically, like Brandon Lee.
If it's an AI movie, I mean, people have been talking about that. They've been, licensing.
I honestly think
dead people's faces.
I know. I honestly think
that's coming.
I honestly think that this idea is
probably being worked on.
A little offensive to me. My own idea
offensive.
Here.
It is offensive,
but,
and it's. If it was somehow done with taste,
it's
that's all
a tasteful AI.
That's all any of this can do is like I just try to like feel the vibes, and if I'm getting murky, skeevy vibes, but if like if Guillermo del Toro was behind it or something and was like, yo, out of respect, I want Brandon Lee and bring him to a whole new generation. It's
you'd have
very fine line.
The line is so fine as to probably
invisible line.
Yeah, as to be don't try it. But like I don't know, you could.
But it's honestly that shit is coming. I've heard about that technology.
Jeez. Well, I mean they've been doing it in Disney movies for years.
Yeah. Was it Rogue One did it?
Right? Yeah.
Rogue One.
Yeah, I mean like 4 or 5 of the Star Warses have done it.
Yeah.
Your Stars War.
Yeah. So it's already happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Conrad, last one. Firstly, I need to remind Hubinator to put 1992 Rutger Hauer sci-fi horror extravaganza Split Second on your Halloween movie marathon list. Split Second.
Not a marathon this year, just so busy.
He's too busy.
I'll try to throw it in there.
I should also check it out. Okay. I would really love to hear what you both would think about it. I'm just going to say the words cyberpunk detective story and creature feature.
Sick,
Ooh,
like
that sounds great.
Like Observer, little
Like
Rutger
Observer?
Hauer. Sick.
Strange Days, maybe?
So fucking
kinda?
Strange Days. I love it so much.
Secondly, is Netflix spoiling us with Mike Flanagan during Halloween season?
Yes.
I'm not complaining, but we got the Hauntings in 18 and 20, Midnight Mass last year, and now
Yep.
Midnight Club.
Yep.
At this
and
rate,
he has Fall of the House of Usher. He's working on.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
At this rate, I'm going to get used to having top tier horror shows and risk disappointment if they ever decide to give that man a well deserved year off. I salute him for keeping up such a high level of quality at that tempo.
in his absolute prime.
Yeah. Thirdly, what is as good as a cozy horror movie? Not much. How about 4 hours and 24 minutes of 80s horror documentary? Oh. And why not an additional 4 hours and 23 minutes on the same subject? I'm talking about In Search of Darkness Parts 1 and 2, where movie makers like John Carpenter and Tom Savini, Heather Langenkamp, Doug Bradley, Cassandra Peterson, and many, many others talk about all the classics from the golden age of direct-to-horror video. Part 3 is planned to come out in December, so it's time to catch up. I think if both are available on Shudder, great stuff. Hope everyone has an excellent Spooktober and happy Halloween. Love and respect and cozy chills / K-Rad. That makes me think of a great horror Shudder movie. Oh, the name I can't remember. Noir, maybe. But it's like black horror cinema. Very good. I think it's also on Shudder.
Sick.
I wish I could remember the name of it. Anyway, it's good.
I love 80s horror because of practical effects.
Yes.
Like peak practical
Thing,
effects.
dude. How have we gone this far without saying The Thing?
Scanners and The Fly. And
Yeah.
80s horror is just such a specific vibe and genre.
Yeah.
Like so identifiable and definitely one of my favorite eras for sure of all horror.
Yeah.
It can be a little campy, of course. You know, the 80s, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of camp. But,
Yeah.
But, you know, depending on where you go, it can vary. Like Reanimator is very campy, but
Yeah.
The Fly is not.
Yeah.
Like,
Reanimator's fun, though.
yeah, Reanimator's fun.
Man, I'm bummed they never got to make his Nevermore one-man play. I saw it. Jeffrey Combs. Very good.
Sick.
He plays Edgar Allan Poe. It's like a one-man show.
Yeah.
Super good. And he's getting like
Nice.
drunker and drunker as the show goes on. And he starts talking to like a critic that he's like in love with in the crowd.
Yeah.
It's really good. They were going to make a
Nice.
movie. They tried kickstarting it and it failed,
Oh,
I think. With the Reanimator guy,
sick.
whose name I can't remember. Stanley something. Anyways, that's going to do it for this month. Wee woo. Thank
Why
you,
don't
everybody.
they just make a movie like The Thing? People. Why don't
Probably
pe-
super easy.
Yeah, why don't people just
do it.
Just do the thing.
Just do the thing.
Just do the thing. Like go and
What's
make
stopping you?
Yeah. Go and make the thing.
Cowards.
Seriously. Unbelievably iconic, The Thing. Oh my goodness.
Thank you to everyone. Thanks, patrons. Like, subscribe, rate on whatever, do all that. Patreon.com/EasyAllies. We will be back next month with more reaction shots. Talking about something. Who knows? What do you want us to talk about? We have in our top tiers on our Patreon the shout-outs. Shout out to Jabba Wobbs, Elthanis, Greg, The Dark Knight Kettering, and Anna Croth. Shout out. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching and listening. All of you at home, we will see you again someday.
On the flip side.
Behind the scenes people, we'll see you in like 40 minutes.
Give us one horror movie you're gonna watch before the month is over. One movie. What is it gonna be?
Cabinet of Curiosities.
Oh, okay. That counts.
Yeah, probably Barbarian.
Nice.
Probably Bodies.
Cool.
What about you?
You kind of got me itching for it. I kind of just want to rewatch it.
Ye old rewatch.
But also in 2 days, Halloween ends.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Like the highest stakes.
Evil
the highest.
Dies Tonight.
Please be good. I'm just begging for it to be good, Isla. I need
Yeah.
it so much.
I
need
bet
for
it'll
it.
be fine.
I need for it to be like really good. Please.
He needs this.
I need this.
All right, bye everybody. Thanks.